Hello students, yesterday we learned about the concept of the anatomical landmarks. So Naina, can you tell me about the stress bearing areas of the maxilla and the mandible?
Yes, ma'am. Stress bearing areas of maxilla as well as the mandible are divided into the primary and the secondary stress bearing areas. Then, primary stress bearing areas of the maxilla are posterolateral slopes of the hard palate, and the secondary stress bearing areas of the maxilla are rugae and the tuberosity. Then, for the mandible, primary stress bearing areas are buccal shelf area, and the secondary stress bearing areas are lateral slopes of the alveolar ridge and the retromolar pad area. Ma'am, I have a question in my mind that why these areas only are called as the stress bearing areas? Why not other areas are called as the stress bearing areas?
Yes, Naina. To understand this concept, you should know about the functional cusp. What is the cusp? Cusp is that elevation present on the tooth, mostly in the posterior teeth of the maxilla as well as the mandible. There are the two sides of the cusp, that are palatal cusp or buccal cusp, and in the mandible the lingual cusp and the buccal cusp. So to understand this concept, you can do one experiment, that you do the occlusion and check which cusps are in a contact with each other. So you can understand that the palatal cusp of the maxillary teeth and the buccal cusp of the mandibular teeth are in a contact with each other, and these cusps are called as the functional cusp. So according to this concept, the functional cusps are the palatal cusp of the maxilla and the buccal cusp of the mandible. And also, the stress bearing areas are those areas which lie perpendicular to the forces acting on the tooth, or the functional cusp. Now students, you can understand why the posterolateral slopes of the hard palate are the stress bearing areas. That posterolateral slope of the hard palate is perpendicular to the forces acting on the tooth, that is on the functional cusp, that is the palatal cusp of the maxillary teeth. And that's why that posterolateral slope of the hard palate act as the stress bearing area. Also, the rugae and the tuberosity are also present perpendicular to the forces acting on that areas. Also, you can see in the mandible, the buccal shelf area, lateral slopes of the alveolar ridge and the retromolar pad areas, they are also present perpendicular, and that's why the forces acting on the tooth, that is on the functional cusp of the mandibular teeth, and the functional cusp of the mandibular teeth are the buccal cusp, and that buccal cusp forces are transferred to the buccal shelf area, lateral slopes of the alveolar ridge and the retromolar pad area, and those areas perpendicular to those forces, that's why they act as the stress bearing areas. Oh, now I understand that concept. Thank you so much, ma'am.